We had government systems in place. We had our own justice systems. We had our own child welfare systems, government systems that have been in place for centuries and centuries, and it's those systems that brought us to where we are today. I think sometimes we isolate the word language too much, as in English, French, Mi'kmaq. It's not. The language for us is our culture. It's our way of thinking, it's our way of dreaming, it's our way of speaking, it's our way of acknowledging each other. When we try to define language, we can't isolate that as in words written, spoken, heard, etc. When we talk about our language is our culture. Without our language, we're losing our culture, because the culture is incorporated into all the words. Every word that we speak in our language has a story. It's not there's no literal translation that can possibly go on there. It's about our culture, and it's been said that without your language you have no culture. And how can we continue to go on calling ourselves a nation and a people if we don't have our language? Not for any fault of our own. It literally, it was beaten out of us, and we were shamed. We were made to feel ashamed of using our words and our language. And the dominant language here in the community was English. And even myself, as a student of the Indian Day School, we were not allowed to speak Mi'kmaq in our own community. The advantage we had is that we were able to go home at the end of the day. And so we heard it spoken at home, as opposed to those who had to go to residential school. So it extended our use of the language for a period of time. But then when we moved over to Camelton in the early 70s, it started to deteriorate. And within a generation, an entire generation stopped speaking. And so that means an entire generation stopped thinking, stopped feeling, because you're using words, that the English words, which are alien to us. They don't have the significance that our words and language have, and the connection that language gives us to our whole existence is it's immeasurable. People say, what is indigenization? As we speak, there are academics at various post-secondary institutions that are looking into that. What is indigenization? And they can't seem to agree. Nobody seems to be able to put their finger on what is indigenization. Some are afraid of it. Does it mean we're going to have to change this? Does it mean this? Yes to all of the above. My view of indigenizing a curriculum, if you will, whether it's at the Alastida Gitpur School here in the community, or at the BED program that we're delivering here with McGill, and or the program that I'm coordinating, which is the Mi'kmaq Maliseet Bachelor of Social Work program. Indigenization for me means not tweaking, not adding on. It means a complete overhaul of the Western philosophies that have that are embedded in many of our institutions. Those need to go, but we have to actually, it's almost starting from scratch. We have to, as I said, overhaul, not tweak, not copy, not add on, but go deeper than that. Let's go back to who we are as Mi'kmaq. Let's talk about our territory, which is Mi'kma'ki, and let's start to bring the language out from all that history that we have and bring it into contemporary education. I'm not trying to say let's isolate ourselves from the surrounding communities, but it's in all honesty, we are unique. We are a very unique community. So it really, at the end of the day, it's to bring, to use the education pieces that we have in the community to rebuild our institutions, our languages, our culture, because it's that same system that took it away from us. The mainstream education, Western education, took away from us. And if education can do that, then we can do the reverse. We can take it and we can use it to our benefit. Here in Listuguj, it's taken this long, but now we're seeing ourselves with the right people in place, with the right leadership, with the support of our chief and council. We see ourselves being able to do that in Listuguj, and we can call that, Listuguj taking control of Listuguj education. That's really what we're attempting to do, and I think that's where we're going. We, as a people, as Ulno from Listuguj, are taking back education so that it serves our interests.